Hi, welcome to UCR FBLA's first podcast. My name is Azure, and I'm here with,
Kevin.
and we are part of a student org called FBLA that helps members develop personally and professionally. And we have created this podcast in order to provide further insight on being a student at UCR as well as a student professional. I am currently a second year business administration major, and I work at the Student Rec Center or the Rock Climbing Wall. And this year I applied for committees as well as the officer position I hold currently. I volunteered for Healthy Hearts, a different club on campus, focused on a lot of academics, and took a lot of summer classes as well as during the year. And I applied for an internship and got one for this summer in supply chain operations at an HVAC refrigeration company. And currently, I am working or interning for a water filtration company doing English to Japanese translations as well as bookkeeping and signing up for career fairs and applying for internships as well as my position in FBLA.
Hey everyone, my name's Kevin. I am currently a junior at UCR studying statistics. Right now, I am the current vice president of outreach for FBLA. So just a little bit of background. Um, Throughout my first year, um, I was a part of mainly two clubs, FBLA and Dragon Boat. So I focused on those for the most part alongside my academics and didn't really do much outside of that. And then when officer positions rolled around for both clubs, I applied to both and fortunately got both of them. So the summer between my first and second year, um, there was no internships. I didn't do anything, just enjoyed my time. And then when second year came around, the fall of my second year, I started applying to internships for the upcoming summer, but nothing stuck, unfortunately. And then going to the school year, I juggled two officer positions alongside some operatives and my academics. Um, and then officer positions came around again. I applied just for FBLA this time. So here I am. Unfortunately, even though there was coronavirus and everything, I was able to um, gain an internship because one of my friends referred me at the startup. So currently, right now, and throughout the entire summer, I've been interning at a startup company. And just recently, I've been applying to internships and networking for the next summer. Hopefully, get an internship for there. Um, yeah. So we're gonna go straight right into the podcast. So the topic of this podcast today is things we wish we knew. Right. So basically, coming to college, these are some things that we wish we knew kind of ahead of time to be on a better track for where we wanted to be. And this will be encompassing personal, academic, and professional topics. So for me personally, so one of the personal things I wish I knew first was I wish I actually attended more events and more clubs. So I only attended um, events within my clubs for the most part, and I never really branched outside of FBLA and Dragon Boat. So I feel like I limited myself and my network because I felt kind of comfortable, which wasn't a bad thing, right? I really liked the environment that both clubs provided, but it felt I felt like, looking back, I wish I did expand and see what other clubs had to offer and not just stick on the first club that I went to. Um, yeah, what about you? What are some personal things that you wish you knew before coming to college?
Yeah, so my first year actually got cut short because of the coronavirus, but I kind of wish I got more involved in, I guess, personal and social organizations or just went out to more social events just because I was kind of in my shell just because of how things were in high school. And so I kind of wish I put myself more out there, said yes to more things, especially now that I'm stuck at home. But yeah, overall, I just wish I said yes more to a lot of things. And that would have helped me throughout my college experience. But what's something you wish you did academically?
Academically,
Yeah.
so uh, to those of you who are listening, I know you guys have probably heard this already, but I really did wish I reached out more to my TAs and professors. Um, I-
Right. I agree.
yeah, this is extremely important, especially when they're professors and TAs that are for your major, right? So I wish I reached out to more of the statistics faculty just so I can get a better understanding of what I want to do because they have so much experience within that field and
Mhm.
um, they're studying it basically.
Right, and they're also the people that write your letters of recs or refer to you for, I guess, research opportunities. So I definitely agree with that. That I also wish that I got to know more professors. So I wish I was able to get a research project of some sort this year, but unfortunately I didn't. I guess I wish I took more classes. What about you?
Yeah, I think I took enough classes. I took about 4 quarter. Um,
Yeah, I
but
took.
sorry, go ahead.
I took a lot of classes, but I wish I took classes that were more interesting to me because in the beginning I felt like I was just canceling off my prerequisites so I can take classes I wanted to in the operatives, but I realized that I can just take whatever elective that actually interests me rather than what's, on a list. That way I would have enjoyed it more. So
Yeah,
I guess something I regret is I kind of looked more at like units and crossing things off and getting things done over actually taking the time and enjoying it, I guess.
yeah, that's actually super important. I think for the most part, my electives, I took electives that seemed interesting to me. So actually, one of my favorite classes at UCR, it's not even a statistics course; it's a psychology course. It was psych.
Oh, which one?
It was psych 00. It was like intro to psychology. It was super interesting. I took it with, I believe it was Professor Sai. Um, but it's super interesting. It was a 3 hour
That's
lecture,
cool.
and I actually looked forward to going to it. That's how interesting the class was. Still one of the best classes I've taken to this day. So I actually really agree with that. I think it's really important to look for those classes that kind of interest you, at least a little bit, just by the sound of it.
Yeah, that's true. I've taken quite a few weird classes and some random ones, but I think I liked my entomology class the most. Again, that's not my major either, but I thought it was really interesting that I got to learn about something that was completely different in my day because when you get to your operatives, you tend to take classes in the same category, but it was kind of cool to have something that was completely different and kind of crazy. But
Definitely.
yeah. Can you tell me more about, like, what you wish you knew professionally before you know, till now, I guess?
Yeah, actually, sorry, one quick thing for academic.
Yeah.
Um, so I just thought like things I wish I knew. I guess it is. It's 'cause I did establish it like during my first year, but it's really important to establish good study habits.
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah, it's definitely really hard because your first year, there's so much going on. There's so many things to do. Like there's like always an event. There's always people. There's your dorm mates,
Mhm.
everything. But really make sure you establish those study habits. It's schools like I prioritize it, so I really solidified a good study habit, and
Mhm.
it's been able to carry on through my first and second years, and my hopefully my third year. I hope I keep those study habits. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true, though. Yeah, I think I learned how to study finally when I got to college. I definitely didn't know how to in high school, so I'm really glad for that, but I what do you do to study? Like, what's your technique, I guess?
Uh, It's not really a technique, but it's just something I make sure of. Like, I really don't like studying with other people unless they're kind of like a more like for me like more a statistical based course because I need to bounce ideas off of that. But for more
Mhm.
kind of like GEs like writing, I work better by myself. So there's
Oh,
that.
that's interesting.
I make sure I try to usually do studying in the morning just because no one's really awake in the morning. Um, to
I
bother.
know, I'm not.
Um, I give myself breaks. I think that's really important too. Breaks
That's
uh,
yeah, I agree with that.
and um, like kind of like put your phone away. So what I would do is I would really just like throw my phone on the other side of the bed. So if I really wanted to get my phone, I'd have to work for it. Um,
That's smart. Yeah.
but I think it's also just like a lot of discipline and making sure like just you have to set up those times and make sure you stick to it.
Hmm.
Um, and also study smart. Study smart.
Yeah, I actually like doing the opposite. I like studying with people. So on my own time, I'll make a study guide of everything that was taught in the class. So I'll make a little, I guess, summary. And then I like to quiz my friends on it, have them quiz me so I hear it because I'm more of an audio learner. So
Yeah.
I guess that just kind of depends on like how you learn best, I guess. And yeah, definitely writing everything down in a planner helps me.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but to go back on your earlier question, is there?
Oh, right.
Yeah, so some professional things. I kind of wish I knew. This may seem a bit obvious to some people, but like, especially within my first and second years, I wish I did everything and like just like put more effort into looking for opportunities, to applying, to networking, and like because I feel like looking back, those first and second years, those are the times where it's okay to fail. It's okay to not get those things. It's okay to like to not be like this crazy, amazing like getting all these internships. It's your first and second years. That's not what
Mhm.
usually happens. So I wish like I had more opportunities to fail, if that makes sense. And looking
Okay.
for opportunities to fail because I really didn't like look for many internships. I didn't even try to network. I didn't go to a single career fair until like
Mhm.
the end of my second year, I believe.
Right.
So yeah, just don't be afraid to fail. Take those chances. I wish I did. It's coming back to haunt me a little bit. It's like it's a little scary with like coming on to my junior year. I really want those internships, and I wish I had some more experience with applying and networking, so it's not as intimidating. But
Mhm.
it is what it is. What about you? Is there What are some things
Yeah.
more?
I honestly, I did a lot to be honest my first year, but I wish I went to the career fair because I spent the first, 2 quarters being super nervous and, being like, oh, this career fair is something for upperclassmen, like, oh, I shouldn't go. But I wish I did. And I felt that especially when, COVID happened and we couldn't go to them anymore. And online career fairs are completely different. So I guess I wish I was more confident in my own abilities because I feel like I had the assets. I just felt super nervous. So yeah, definitely being more confident and also picking the right people to surround myself with because they'll, help me with my confidence. They'll help me develop and get better, I guess, professionally. And they'll also, give me that academic drive and professional drive to just do more, be better, I guess. And then something else that I struggled with in high school was trusting other people like completely when I worked with them because a lot of the time people would flake, but I realized if you surround yourself with the right people, you're able to fully trust them and you can actually, work really hard on your section only. So I wish I learned, I guess, confidence in myself, confidence in those around me, so I can trust those, around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's super important. I think that also goes into kind of like finding those clubs that you feel like you fit in, that you feel like everyone wants to support you. Everyone
Mhm.
there is aiming to support you and not like step over you. And just a
Yeah,
very important. I think that's why um, a lot of people join clubs, right? To find that kind of environment, to find
yeah,
the environment where they can kind of excel and
for
just
sure.
be themselves and still work on what they want to work on.
I feel like FBLA can be a place for that too, so that's kind of why I stuck around and I like it. But
Ah, that's great to hear.
yeah. So yeah, these were some of our personal takeaways from our college experiences. But drop some questions or topics you want us to talk about next time in the comment section. Please subscribe, leave a like, and look out for more content like this.
Yeah, and especially if you're a student, an incoming student at UCR or a current student, feel free to check us out. We have general meetings every Wednesday at 7:30. You can get more info about that if you follow us at UCR FBLA, either on Facebook, Instagram. I think we have a Twitter.
Yeah,
So,
and we can definitely find us on our website as well.
oh yeah, we have a website, UCR FBLA. Check that out too. It's pretty cool. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to our UCR FBLA's first podcast, and we hope you listen again soon.
Thank you.